Dear student, welcome to Rise IAS YouTube channel. Let's start our discussion of the geography section of the first simulator test. So our first question from geography section from simulator test 1 is question number 24. So which says consider the following statement regarding Indian plate. And statement 1 is continuous collision of Indian plate with Eurasian plate result in increase in the height of Himalayas. This statement is correct because Indian plate is continental plate, Eurasian plate is also continental plate. So continental convergence movement will lead to crustal shortening and vertical uplift. Second statement says the volcanic activity in Himalayas is absent due to thickening of continental crust. So which is also correct because no volcanic activity occur in continental convergence. So let's move towards explanation. Explanation is statement 1 is correct. So because convergence movement lead to crustal shortening and vertical uplift. So so a, a vertical uplift of Himalayas. So it will increase its elevation and it will increase its elevation. And statement 2 says volcanic activity is notably absent in continental convergence. So both statements are correct, but statement 2 doesn't justify statement 1 because statement 1 is about statement 1 is about tectonic compression and statement 2 is about crustal density and thickness. So both are statement. So B is the correct explanation. B is correct answer. Question number 25 says, which is our second question from geography section, is which of the following condition will increase the relative humidity of the air? So statement 1 is decrease in temperature without change in moisture content. Yes, it will increase the relative humidity of the air. Second, compression of air at constant temperature. It will also increase the relative humidity of the air. Statement 3 says heating of air due to adiabatic compression. No, it will actually decrease the relative humidity of the air. So our correct answer is B. So let's move towards explanation. Statement 1 is correct because decrease in temperature without changing its actual moisture content will bring the air closer to saturation point, which increase the relative humidity. So you can also ask, what is relative humidity? Relative humidity is the percentage of moisture content present in the atmosphere as compared to its full capacity at given temperature. So let's move toward statement 2. Statement 2 says compression of air at constant temperature which increase the will increase the relative humidity of the air, which is also correct because compression of air will increase the partial pressure of the water vapor within the space. So it will ultimately really increase the relative humidity of the air. Statement 3, adiabatic compression will increase the temperature of the air parcel, and moisture holding capacity of the air increases with increase in temperature. So with rise in temperature, affect the reduction in volume, which decrease the relative humidity. So let's move to our third question, which says tsunami wave often go unnoticed by a ship traveling in sea far from the shore. Yeah, this statement is correct. Statement number, because tsunami wave possesses small amplitude and long wavelength, so tsunami wave often go unnoticed by the ship. Second is wavelength of the tsunami wave is less in open sea and increases as it approaches the shore. No, this statement is incorrect because wavelength of tsunami is not less, it's maximum. It's maximum in open sea. So let's move towards our explanation. Explanation says statement 1 is correct. In open ocean, tsunami wave possesses very small amplitude and extremely long wavelength, which leads to passage of the wave result in negligible and gradual rise and fall of water. Negligible and gradual rise and fall, which typically goes unnoticed by the ship. Statement number 2 says wavelength of a tsunami is maximum in the deep ocean, and this causes wavelength to compress, and the wavelength decreases as the wave height amplitude increases. This phenomenon is known as wave solling. Let's move towards question number 4. Question number 4 says, high cloud primarily reflect the incoming solar radiation and have cooling effect on the Earth's surface. Uh, high, let's read this statement once again. High cloud primarily reflect incoming solar radiation and have cooling effect on the Earth's surface. This statement is incorrect because high cloud are so thin, so it's so thin, so इसमें जो है वो सोलर रेडिएशन को रिफ्लेक्ट करने की कैपेसिटी नहीं होगी. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट सेज लो क्लाउड हैव हाई अब्जॉर्प्शन of the infrared radiation resulting from the Earth's surface and thus cause heating. No, this statement is also incorrect because of the albedo, low clouds have reflecting capacity. Third statement is cirrus clouds are composed of ice crystal and found at altitude of 6,000 meters. The third statement is correct because cirrus clouds are called high cloud and which mainly composed of ice crystals and amplitude is 6,000 meters. So let's move towards our explanation. Explanation say high cloud like cirrus cloud will allow solar radiation to pass through and the trapped outgoing heat which is infrared radiation, because they have warming effect, not cooling effect. So statement 1 is incorrect. Statement 2 is incorrect because the low cloud like a stratus cloud, mm, due to its high albedo, uh, it's aid in cooling of the earth's surface. Statement 3 says cirrus cloud are the highest cloud due to its freezing temperature. At those hot, they are entirely made of ice crystals. So let's move towards question number 28, which is our fifth question. Consider the following statement regarding the North Indian Ocean cyclone. Statement 1 says, post-monsoon phase of North Indian cyclone season oversee greater frequency than cyclone than pre-monsoon season, which is correct. Statement 2, summer of the pre-monsoon see dry and hot air moving from the northwestern India towards the Bay of Bengal, which is also correct. And third statement says post-monsoon season cyclone have had larger cooling effect of the sea surface temperature. This statement is incorrect. So our correct answer is statement C. So our correct answer is C. So let's move towards explanation. The North Indian Ocean exhibit bimodal cyclone season. The post-monsoon phase, which is October to December, sees higher frequency at cyclonic disturbance than pre-monsoon phase. So statement 1 is correct. Statement 2 says during pre-monsoon season, dry and hot air from the northwestern Indian landmass blows towards Bay of Bengal, which creates high vertical shear wind. So statement 2 is also correct. Statement 3 is incorrect because in the Bay of Bengal, pre-monsoon cyclone has larger cooling effect, and which says then post-monsoon. So third statement say post-monsoon season cyclone have larger cooling effect of the sea surface. It's not post-monsoon season. It is monsoon cyclone have larger cooling effect. So third statement is incorrect. So our correct answer is C. So let's move towards question number 67, which says entire northeastern region of India is categorized under the highest seismic risk category, zone 5. So which is correct? Entire northeastern region is in zone 5, high seismic risk category. And second statement says this region experiences high seismicity due to ongoing tectonic interaction between Indian plate and Eurasian plate, which is also correct. So, our correct, and both the statements explain statement 1 and statement 2. So our correct answer is A. Both the statement 1 and statement 2 are correct, and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. So let's move towards explanation. According to seismic zonation, according to seismic zonation map of India, northeastern India is under zone 5, which is high seismic risk category. And statement 2 is also correct. Uh, this region, northeastern region, experiences high seismicity due to Indian plate and location of the convergent boundary of the Indian plate and Eurasian plate. So, statement 2 is also correct, and both statement 2 and statement 1, statement 2 explains statement 1. So, our correct answer is A. Let's move to our sixth question. In India, how many state union territories have more than two international boundaries? Our correct option A is 1, option B is 2, option 3 is 3, option D is 4. So, in India, have more than 4 administrative boundaries, and four states have 4 union territories that have more than 2 international boundaries. So, these 4 states are Arunachal, these 4 union territories are Arunachal, Sikkim, West Bengal, and Ladakh. So let's move toward our explanation. Arunachal Pradesh share boundary with Bhutan west and China north. So Sikkim share boundary with Nepal and China. West Bengal share border with Nepal and Bhutan and Bangladesh. Ladakh share boundary with Pakistan, Afghanistan, and China. So four states Arunachal Pradesh, Sikkim, West Bengal, and Ladakh share boundary with international more than 2 international boundaries. So let's move towards question number 69. It says consider the following pair in river which flows into, for example, Yangtze River flows into South China Sea, which is incorrect. It's not South China Sea, it's East China Sea. And Rio Grande is flows into Gulf of Mexico, which is correct. Congo, um, Congo, which is flows into Pacific Ocean, is incorrect because it flows into Atlantic Ocean. So statement 3 is incorrect, and Zambezi flows into Indian Ocean, which is correct. So our correct answer is um, A. Only 2 and 4 are correct. So let's move towards explanation. We say Yangtze River flows into South China Sea is incorrect because it flows into East China Sea, and Rio Grande flows into Gulf of Mexico. So that this statement is correct. Congo River flows into Pacific Ocean. This statement is incorrect because it flows into Atlantic Ocean, not Pacific. Zambezi River flows into Indian Ocean is correct. So our correct answer is A. Let's move towards question number 90. It says it's a passage based question. So it says it is a sedimentary rock formed out of the deposit of glacier. The Gondwana system of sediment from India is known to have its counterparts in 6 different land masses of the southern hemisphere. So its presence provides unambiguous evidence of paleoclimates, and also drifting of continent. The component particle are unsorted and may be any size, including the large boulder. So, first, from the first line of paragraph, it is a sedimentary rock form of the deposit of glacier. So, we all know the sedimentary rock which is formed of the deposit of glacier is known as Illite. So, option A is correct. So, our correct answer is option A. So, let's move towards explanation. So, Illite is a sedimentary rock form of the deposit of glacier. So, from the first line, we can we can we can we can draw answers. So, let's move towards explanation. Illite is a sedimentary rock formed out of deposit of glacier. The Gondwana system of sediment from India is known to have counterpart in 6 different land masses of the southern hemisphere: uh, Africa, Falkland, and Madagascar, Antarctica, Australia. So statement 1 is correct explanation. So let's move towards last question, which says how many of the following phenomena can be attributed to the passing of Tropic of Cancer to the India? Uh, So first statement is the time difference between easternmost and westernmost state in India, which is incorrect because it is not latitudinal, it's a longitudinal extent. And Tropic of Cancer is latitudinal extent. So a state lying south of Tropic of Cancer witnesses zero shadow day twice in a year. This statement is correct. And third statement, seasonal reversal of wind and occurrence of southwest monsoon. This statement is incorrect because seasonal reversal of wind is called monsoon, and seasonal reversal of wind is called monsoon, and it is due to intertropical convergence zone. And fourth statement is easterly jet streams carrying tropical depression towards the east coast of India. Fourth statement is also incorrect. Fourth statement is also incorrect. So only only one statement is correct. So the correct explanation. So option A is correct explanation. The time difference of approximately 2 hours between easternmost Arunachal Pradesh and westernmost Gujarat state is due to longitudinal extent, not latitudinal position. So, statement 2 says Tropic of Cancer marks the northernmost limit can be directly overhead. So, region varying the south of the Tropic of Cancer within the tropical belt experiencing 2 shadow days due to northward and southward movement, 2 shadow days in a year. Statement 3 is incorrect because seasonal reversal of wind related to intertropical convergence zone and the role of Himalayan and Tibetan plateau. So statement 4 is also incorrect. Tropical easterly jet stream will steer tropical depression towards the Indian plate. It is a temporary atmospheric feature of the intense summer heating of the Tibetan plateau. So this statement is also incorrect. So तो हमने देखा, ये हमने ज्योग्राफी सेक्शन का आज हमने डिस्कशन किया और हमें ये देखा कि हमारा ये जो है कुछ क्वेश्चंस जो है हम इजीली एलिमिनेट कर सकते हैं और हमारा मोस्ट ऑफ द क्वेश्चन न्यू पैटर्न के बेसिस पे है। तो आप हमारा इस कंप्लीट डिस्कशन का पीडीएफ जो है आप हमारे राइज की वेबसाइट और राइज के टेलीग्राम चैनल से डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं। ऑल द बेस्ट, थैंक यू।